World War I was perhaps the last war with widespread animal use, but while horses were the most used animal, dogs were also helpful. Meet Stubby, an Ivy League dog who bravely went to the battlefields of World War I. Stubby was born in 1916 and was found wandering the grounds of the Yale University in July 1917 by the 102nd Infantry that was training there. His breed was unknown, but he had a distinctive tiger-striped coat. The stray dog quickly made friends with members of the company, but Private James Robert Conroy in particular developed a strong bond with the dog. He and other soldiers decided to name the dog Stubby for his stature and tail. Though dogs were not allowed in the camp, Stubby's boost to morale led to the rule being overlooked, becoming the unofficial mascot of 102nd Infantry at Yale. When it came time for the soldiers to ship out, Conroy hid Stubby on board the troop ship, with Stubby even making more friends as the ship sailed to France. As they were getting off the ship in France, Conroy hid Stubby under his overcoat without detection until his commanding officer eventually detected him. But when Conroy's commanding officer discovered Stubby, the dog saluted him, a trick that he learned while at Yale. This act led the commanding officer to allow the dog to stay with the soldiers. Stubby and the 102nd Infantry Regiment arrived in the trenches of France and entered combat on February 5th, 1918. At Chemin-des-Dames, they were under constant fire for over a month. In April 1918, during a raid to take Site-Capri, Stubby was wounded in the foreleg by a retreating German's hand grenade. When Stubby recovered from his wounds, he returned to the trenches, though he soon became an important asset for his fellow troops. Since he was exposed to a poisonous mustard gas, Stubby became able to detect small amounts of the gas, allowing him to warn his troops before it actually arrived. In one instant, Stubby ran through the trenches barking, alerting the soldiers to a gas attack. But smelling gas was not his only trick. Stubby could also hear incoming artillery shells before any human, which also helped him alert his unit when to duck for cover. During the 17 battles he was involved in, he also located and saved many wounded men lying in no man's land, barking to alert the searchers. However, Stubby's most heroic feat was when he captured a German spy. During the Meuse-Argonne offensive, Stubby was doing his usual guard duty when he spotted a German spy mapping out Allied trench locations. Since the dog recognized that he didn't belong in the camp, he ran after the German, biting his legs and allowing his fellow soldiers to catch up and capture the spy. For his heroic efforts in deterring a spy, Stubby was promoted to the rank of sergeant, being the first dog to be promoted to this position. Before the end of the war, Stubby would be injured again by another grenade, this time in the chest and leg. However, during his treatment at a Red Cross hospital, he would still help the troops as he visited recovering soldiers to lift their spirits. After retaking Chateau Thierry, the women of the town made Stubby a camo coat, where his many medals were placed, even his Iron Cross, which wasn't actually given to him because he wasn't German. It was just taken from the spy that he helped capture. After World War I, Robert Conroy and Stubby returned home, where he became an American celebrity. He marched in many parades across the country and even met 3 presidents, Woodrow Wilson, Calvin Coolidge, and Warren G. Harding. For his heroism, he was awarded many medals, including the Gold Medal from the Humane Education Society from General of the Army's John J. Pershing in 1921. Stubby even became another mascot. As Conroy attended Georgetown University Law Center, Stubby became the team mascot. The heroic Stubby died in 1926 at around the age of 10, receiving a 15-paragraph obituary in the New York Times, while his coat, laid over a cast, is on display at the National Museum of American History.